years of education.
Right now at noon, the race for the White House shakes up as a Democratic candidate announces he is ending his campaign. And 100 people in Wisconsin have now died from the coronavirus. This as the United States sees its highest single-day death toll from the illness.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. One day after the Wisconsin primary, Bernie Sanders has announced he is ending his presidential campaign. Sanders, who saw his once strong lead in the Democratic Party evaporate as the party's establishment lined swiftly up behind rival Joe Biden, has ended his presidential bid. His announcement today is an acknowledgement that the former vice president is too far ahead for him to have any reasonable hope of catching up.
That we are currently
Together, we have transformed American consciousness as to what kind of nation we can become, and have taken this country a major step forward in the never-ending struggle for economic justice, social justice, racial justice, and environmental justice.
Years of education.
The Vermont senator's announcement makes Biden the presumptive Democratic nominee to challenge President Donald Trump in November. Unofficial numbers from the city of Madison's clerk's office show voter turnout was down about 16% in yesterday's election. The city clerk says almost 88,000 ballots were submitted for the primary. That includes about 61,000 absentee votes that were counted. That count is down significantly from the April election in 2016, in which two-thirds of registered voters submitted a ballot. The city of Madison kept 66 polling locations open yesterday. The city clerk's office says it's possible they'll receive more absentee ballots before votes are officially counted on April 13th. Results from yesterday's election are not expected until after 4 p.m. on Monday. Black voters in Milwaukee say the decision to go ahead with Tuesday's election amid the coronavirus pandemic was especially problematic in their city, the state's largest. The city of 590,000 has a black population of nearly 40% and has suffered roughly half of the state's coronavirus deaths, many of them minorities. Officials closed all but 5 of the city's 180 polling places, forcing hundreds of voters to congregate at only a handful of voting sites, even as Governor Evers warned people to avoid crowds as a way to slow down the spread of the virus. Wisconsin hit a grim milestone today as the number of deaths in the state related to COVID-19 reached 100. 2 more Dane County residents tested positive for the virus between yesterday afternoon and this morning. 11 people in Dane County have died as a result of coronavirus. Milwaukee County reported 5 additional deaths early this morning, pushing the state to 100 deaths. The city has more than 1,400 confirmed cases. New numbers from the COVID-19 health data website by the Institutes for Health Matrix and Evaluation shows that resources in Wisconsin will peak on April 13th. The numbers predict that there will be 926 beds in use of the state's over 5,000 beds. There will be 184 ICU beds needed and only 172 available. The website also predicted that Wisconsin will hit its peak in daily deaths in 1 week from today. Predictions show that there will be 20 COVID-19 related deaths on April 15th. The data suggests that Wisconsin will see 424 deaths from the illness. Meanwhile, across the country, it has been a painful 24 hours. Nearly 2,000 Americans died of the coronavirus yesterday, the most in a single day by far. This chart shows in stark terms just how fast we got here. 5 weeks ago, only 9 people in the U.S. had died from the virus. You can see how the toll has accelerated since then. The CDC is expected to publish new guidelines to make it easier for some workers in critical jobs to return to work. And the Trump administration is asking for more money for small businesses. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
The CDC is expected to change its guidelines for workers in critical jobs if they don't show signs of the coronavirus.
If you're in a work situation where you have to be, there'll be a series of recommendations that if you had a significant exposure, what specifically to do, and if you've had a less exposure, what to do.
Under the anticipated new guidance, people who are exposed to an infected person would be allowed back on the job if they're asymptomatic, test their temperature twice a day, and wear a face mask.
It's a very important piece because it looks at degree of exposure and really making it clear that exposure occurs within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes.
Vice President Mike Pence is holding calls with both Republicans and Democrats in the House today to discuss the administration's response to COVID-19. The administration is asking Congress for an additional $250 billion this week for loans to small businesses through the very popular Paycheck Protection Program.
This is much needed support, and we want to make sure that every single small business can participate.
Meantime, President Trump is shifting blame for the spread of the coronavirus to the World Health Organization, saying it should have provided better warnings.
They called it wrong. They missed the call.
The president is threatening to pull U.S. funding from the UN agency. The organization labeled coronavirus a global health emergency in January. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And the president said he was not aware of memos written by his trade advisor, Peter Navarro, in late January and February that warned of a full-blown COVID-19 pandemic that could infect 100 million Americans. University Hospital in Madison will join a national effort to transfuse antibodies from the plasma of people who have recovered from coronavirus to treat patients still struggling with it. The technique is a century-old treatment used to fight off flu and measles outbreaks in the days before vaccines, and tried more recently against SARS and Ebola. With no approved treatment for COVID-19 and more than 11,000 deaths in the U.S., the unproven approach offers some hope against COVID-19. The Chinese city where the coronavirus began has ended its more than 2-month lockdown today, as officials in Wuhan reported no new deaths from COVID-19. Medical volunteers helped treat the more than 50,000 infections. Chinese officials say at least 2,500 people in Wuhan died from the disease. Authorities still check temperatures and passengers wear protective gear, while a government phone app determines if someone may be carrying the virus. A cloudy, breezy day across the area. Rain has moved into Madison at least. Here is Hattie with your first warn forecast.
Good afternoon, Mark. Yeah, you can see as we look from a live look from the Edgewater Skycam, there are some raindrops on the camera lens. At least it's mild enough that this is liquid precipitation and not the frozen type. Here's Doppler tracks showing you those showers moving into south-central Wisconsin as we speak. They'll gradually continue to work their way eastward and southward through the rest of the afternoon. Temperatures will top in the low 60s today and then quickly drop back into the 50s as a cold front moves through the area. We are going to turn colder as we head into next week. Here's just a peek at the upper air weather pattern with more of that cold Canadian air spilling into the region as we head into the first part of next week.
So yesterday was just a tease.
Yes, but eventually we'll move in the right direction, right? This
eventually, yeah. All right, Hattie, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
It's one of the best food buys in the market, pork tenderloin, and we've got a great way to prepare it.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
Coming together makes us stronger. And Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh. I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Hercules.
I have been
expecting
you.
Haha! And I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh! How nice.
Of you.
But also...
rather
stupid.
Mine.
Mine!
No, mine!
No, mine!
Mine. Red Bull gives you wings.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
I love when you ask us questions online. And the one I get asked the most is, where do you get all your recipes? Well, we develop them right here in the test kitchen. But the inspiration behind them often comes from you. As a matter of fact, today's dish started when a viewer was looking for a pork tenderloin recipe that was weeknight easy and also budget friendly. So here we go. We start by cutting a pork tenderloin into about 8 slices and placing each between a couple of sheets of plastic wrap. Now, using a meat mallet or a rolling pin, we flatten them so they're about a 1/4 inch thick. After seasoning with a bit of salt and pepper, we saute them in a bit of olive oil, butter, and garlic. Takes a couple of minutes per side. Once they're done, we set them aside, then deglaze the pan with a splash of lemon juice and a few capers. After that simmers a bit, it's ready to serve over our pork. It's one of those dishes that's so easy, yet so fancy schmancy, everyone will think it had to be a lot of work. But it's not. Let's keep that our little secret. The recipe for our really easy pork scallopini is online now, so you can make a company fancy meal any night of the week. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we discovered a fancy dancy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a cloudy and cooler day, rain in the area. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has your first warned forecast after the break.
At US Cellular, we're building a powerful new 5G network that breaks down barriers. Because it's only fair that you get uninterrupted service, so you can work without obstacles and stream without disruptions. 5G, now available in Wisconsin. Unlimited data starts at $30 a month. It's the best value in wireless. Switch today for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular. Choose fair.
Each spring, thousands of wildfires are caused by burning debris. To ensure everyone's health and safety during the COVID-19 public health emergency, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is suspending all burning permits until further notice. Burning debris in DNR protection areas is prohibited. Help keep our emergency responders able to help those who need it most. Thank you for your patience. For updated information, visit dnr.wi.gov and search fire.
Toyota's family stretches to every corner of this country. So you can trust us to be here for you as we remain committed to supporting our community. Because the Toyota family is stronger together. This is our pledge. We are here for you now and in all the better days ahead. Get a 90-day deferred first payment on every new Toyota. Contact your dealer for more information. Toyota.
Our home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Hi, folks. Thursday morning. It wouldn't be spring in Wisconsin without some pretty big swings in the weather. Hattie's going to have the latest in her forecast.
And we'll keep you up to date on all the coronavirus news overnight. We'll see you starting at 4:30.
At News 3 Now and Channel 3000, we're committed to providing you with information that is accurate and up to date.
We'll bring you breaking news alerts and everything you need to know to keep you and your family safe.
News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Well, stocks gained steam at the open, and a fast casual chain turned corner grocery store. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
Stocks started today's session higher following data from Johns Hopkins University showing the number of new coronavirus cases in the U.S. slowing since Friday. But health experts caution Americans not to gain a false sense of confidence. Evidence is mounting that a global recession is already on our doorstep. According to the Bloomberg Economic Data Tracker, its March reading shows the global economy contracting at an annualized rate of 0.5%. The coronavirus pandemic has forced airlines to park planes and automakers to halt production, and a slew of job losses in industries ranging from restaurants to retail. And Panera Bread is pivoting to groceries amid the pandemic. The fast casual chain is now selling bread, bagels, milk, yogurt, and even fresh produce directly to consumers. The chain says it lost half its business once its dining rooms closed. Meanwhile, one data tracker says U.S. grocery sales have surged 73% year over year. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 546 points, the NASDAQ up 145, and the S&P 500 gaining 59. Farm Director Pam Yankee is here with today's Ag News. Pam?
You know what? Let's put a little bit of an emphasis on better news today as it relates to COVID-19. You know, I've told you before how proud I am of my farm and rural audiences, and right now I'm thinking of some stories that I want to share with you about how they're stepping up. Medford, a small agricultural community right in kind of the central portion of the state. They've got about 2,000 kids in that school district, and the Medford FFA and their FFA advisor decided they wanted to do something else to help those kids, especially those that were a fairly big family, not necessarily served by just the school lunch menus that were being delivered every day. So they stepped up. It's called Dairy Mission. It's a community-funded effort. What they're doing is safely delivering an extra gallon of milk and a pound of cheese to about 500 families that are being impacted in the Medford area. So that's one story. I got to congratulate Lisa Kopp and her FFA kids up in Medford for taking that one. And then when it comes to thinking out of the box, you know, we're coming up on Easter weekend when a lot of us would normally be, you know, putting on the Easter bonnet, getting ready to go to church. Well, that's not happening this year. But up in the community of Osseo, they got creative about how they want to try to celebrate Easter weekend. So Steve Stray, who is a past state champion auctioneer, decided that he'd work with his church, Grace Lutheran out of Augusta. He took his auctioneer truck, and he is going to allow the minister to deliver the service from inside that auctioneer's bubble, if you will, and then people will pull in the parking lot and be able to listen to the Easter holiday service on their car radio. Reminds me of those old days back in the drive-in movies, huh? But that's how rural Wisconsin's kind of stepping up and trying to keep things normal as they can via COVID-19. That's just a little bit of the food news I've got for you now. Don't forget, MidwestFarmReport.com or Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook keeps you up to date every hour. And that's your food news for today. I'm the Fabulous Farm Babe. Stay safe.
You too, Pam. Thank you. Nice smile on her face. Hattie's over in the Weather Center with some rain falling in Madison.
Yeah, we do have some rain falling right now. Take a live look from the WIC-TV sky camera. Earlier this morning, we had fog. Now we just have clouds in the area with some raindrops here on the west side of town. Here's a wide view of what's happening across the upper Midwest. It's a fairly narrow band of rain that is moving through the area right now. You can see some isolated lightning strikes across southern Minnesota and extreme northern Iowa. Not a lot of instability here, although you may hear an isolated rumble of thunder, but it's mainly going to be shower activity for southern Wisconsin. Let's zoom it in a little bit and you can get a closer view of where exactly that rain is falling. From Madison in the northern part of Dane County up towards the Dells, pretty wet along the Wisconsin River Valley back towards Prairie du Chien, pretty wet right now. The far southern part of the state mainly dry, but these showers will be sinking southward through the afternoon. Take a look at your future track forecast model and it'll show you what's going to happen with that rain. It may expand a little bit in coverage coverage across the area, but by 2 o'clock, we will have already seen the high temperature here in Madison. And note the wind direction. Winds from the northwest will cause temperatures to drop back. So while some rain continues at 5, temperatures will already be dropping into the 50s here in Madison, some 40s up to the north. We continue to drop through the evening hours. The rain comes to an end, and skies are expected to clear overnight. As far as rain totals, this is not a big rainmaker for southern Wisconsin. Most locations will be looking at less than 1/4 of an inch from the rain that falls today. Now, our forecast then, we turn towards the windy conditions and the colder temperatures. Temperatures right now, 57 here in Madison, 55 in Janesville, 59 in Platteville. That's one of the warmer spots. Just across the river, though, in Dubuque, temperatures jump to 65. Temps may climb a degree or two as we go through the next couple of hours, but this cold front is right on top of us, and it will continue to work its way towards the south and east. Cold Canadian air is behind this front. This is an Arctic cold front, and we will see a big drop in temperatures. Take a look at those Midwest temps right now. It's 70 in Des Moines and Omaha, drops to 52 in Minneapolis. Bismarck is at 46, and Rapid City just 42 degrees right now. So the cold air is pretty widespread behind this system. Those northwesterly winds will be causing our temperatures to drop back as we go through the night into tomorrow morning. We start out right around the freezing point here in Madison and the rest of southern Wisconsin tomorrow morning. Hope you keep that jacket close by. For tomorrow, our high temperatures only in the low 40s, so we have quite a big change in temps. Mid-70s yesterday, down to highs in the 40s tomorrow. Again, Friday morning, we'll be starting out right around the freezing point, topping only in the mid to upper 40s throughout the afternoon. So cool weather is on the way, and it looks like that cooler temperature trend is going to stick around as we head through the upcoming weekend. Again, Easter is on Sunday, looking pretty likely that we're going to see some rain on Easter. It'll also be windy and chilly with highs only in the upper 40s. We continue that cool trend, even mark a few chances for some snowflakes, maybe early Saturday morning and then again Sunday night into Monday.
Below normal temperatures.
Ooh, yes. Yes, it is. But by the time we get to like the end of next week, normal highs are in the mid and upper 50s.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get through. We'll get through it.
Yes.
Thank you, Hattie. Ahead on News 3 Now at noon, in this new stay-at-home life, many Americans are returning to an old favorite. We'll have more on the high demand for jigsaw puzzles. That's after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Everyone is trying to do their part, especially now. And your Ford dealer is built to lend a hand. If your vehicle needs service, just call. Ford service centers are essential to your community and are still open. Find out about pickup and delivery options from participating Ford dealers. Plus, they've implemented enhanced cleaning measures for added peace of mind. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us do our part and help take care of you.
Shop the largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses from the comfort of your home on steinhoffels.com. Right now, Steinhoffels will ship your purchase free to your curb, driveway, or garage. Start shopping right now with a name you can trust. steinhoffels.com.
It's dinner time in America, and the breadwinner arrives home from a long day at work. Now the family can sit down at the table, where everyone knows to be mindful of their manners.
Dinner time has changed. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap, foil made in the USA since 1947.
Spring is coming, and thunder is in the forecast. It's time to hit the woods, to call him in, and turn full strut into a filled tag. So before you hit the woods, gear up for the opener. Find your camo, your calls, and all your essentials at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser has the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company. We know you're busy. Give us 80 minutes for 80 years to make a smart decision on your bath remodel.
Let us help you find the bath of your dreams. Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
Remember, Ganser has the answer. A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
Ganser, that's the answer.
With millions of Americans staying home these days, an old favorite has become a popular pastime again. It can be hard to get your hands on one. Nancy Chen tells us about the run on jigsaw puzzles.
Like so many Americans right now, Mark Soresso and Lindsay Epstein are spending plenty of time with their family.
We came up to our parents' house in Maine and have been here ever since with my brother, quarantined.
The Boston-based couple is working from home, but stops each night at 6. And that's when family members and the puzzle pieces start fitting together.
To close out a day of work and go to something that feels comfortable in a time where things are not and things are really up in the air, I think that probably provides a whole lot of good feelings for people at a time when they really need it.
Jigsaw puzzles are providing a welcome relief for families looking to pass the time together, and sales are skyrocketing.
See, as we look down the aisles here, we got some people that are getting orders off the shelves to ship out.
Puzzle Warehouse, the largest distributor of puzzles in the country, says its business is up 2,000% compared to the same week last year.
This is just remarkable. You've never seen anything like this.
No one's ever seen anything like this. It's really amazing.
Company owner Brian Way says there are so many orders for the Missouri-based business, deliveries are on a 2-week delay. They've also added 30 employees to keep up with the demand.
It's literally thousands of orders a day. And for a visual, we're shipping out more than a full tractor trailer every day of completed orders.
Puzzlers say it's a great way to step away from all the screen time and get in the game. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
That's remarkable. You're a big puzzle fan, aren't you, Hattie?
I think we've already done 4 at my house so far. We are in week 4 of quarantine, so we'll see how many we do with this COVID-19 quarantine. Let's look at the radar map. Probably a good afternoon for a puzzle as some rain moves into southern Wisconsin. It's not terribly heavy, but it is going to continue to move in and maybe increase in coverage just a little bit over the next couple of hours. Rain chances are high through about 4 or 5 o'clock. Then it winds down pretty quickly. Skies will actually begin to clear out overnight. The weekend forecast, just a peek ahead though, it is definitely going to be cooler, kind of an inside weekend weather-wise. We have a chance for some rain and snow early on Saturday, and then kind of windy and wet for Easter Sunday with highs near 50 degrees.
Stay inside anyway.
Yes.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a safe afternoon.